NISAR Satellite was launched aboard PSLV. This PSLV is GSLV, I beg your pardon, GSLV Make 2, an expendable, non-reusable three-stage launch vehicle that is 51.7 meters tall, and it is eyeing to study the planet Earth as a whole from the sun-synchronous orbit. And now let's go over to the press conference being held in the ISRO headquarters. V. Narayanan, Chairman ISRO, is, and here we have a Science and Technology Minister addressing the gathering.
Contributed the S-band, they have contributed the L-band, so in a way we are partnering this new game-changing experiment. Secondly, this is not only going to be confined to the disasters, etc., as we mentioned repeatedly, be it the cyclones or the floods or the climate concerns. It would also, to a very great extent, produce a striking change of scenario in our aviation practices, in our shipping practices, because there will be enabling provisions to penetrate through thick fogs, through thick clouds, through multiple layers of ice that you find at Antarctica, etc., which is going to bring in much of ease in the life of a common citizen as well. And third, the inputs being obtained from here, as I said, even in the case of Shubhanshu, are going to be provided to the rest of the world, just truly living up to Prime Minister Modi's mantra of Vishwa Bandhu Bharat. So I think it's a privilege to be associated with the Department of Space at a time when it's resisting one milestone after the other. Thank you.
So when is Shubhanshu coming back? And
India's Science and Technology Minister lauding the successful launch of NISAR, NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. This satellite jointly developed by NASA and ISRO. It will not only help these two countries but also help the world in preparing and dealing with disasters. It was launched at 1740 hours Indian Standard Time from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in southern part of India. The satellite also comes on the close heels of the
very precise biotechnical experiments like growing algae in the space, growing some of the crop seedlings in the space. Then of course, like a good medical professional, also performing experiments on muscles, biogenesis, how the genesis of muscles happens, what are the kind of possibilities of dysfunction that happen in the zero gravity, and how best to strategize their recovery. And then he was also performing experiments about the impact on human beings of the constant use of electronic gadgets, which would be applicable to many of us, more to you than to me, constantly watching the TV screen and the computer screen. And again, the benefits are going to be available to the rest of the world as well, like, you know, Vishwa Bandhu mantra expects us to be. And this debriefing, as you said, currently the debriefing is going on. He is by turn sitting with all the four partners, the HCM team, the SpaceX team, the NASA team, and the ISRO team. Of course, the ISRO team already has had a couple of briefings with him. Now he is going with the rest of it. So it will take about 2 weeks. And I think it should all be over around 13th or 14th of August. And then he would start making preparations to be back home, which might take another 1 or 2 days. As we calculate as of today, I think he should be here by 17th of August, subject to change of 1 or 2 days.
Are there any specific use cases that have been identified that will be immediate use?
For?
Are there any specific cases like glacier monitoring or anything that has been identified that will be immediate use?
Through what?
NISAR.
Through NISAR? No, NISAR.
And now let's quickly switch over to Sriharikota, where ISRO Chairman V. Narayanan is addressing the press.
On this occasion, let me congratulate all of them. Also salute each and every one of the team members who have contributed for this significant achievement. Let me also congratulate all the technical teams, administrative teams, both in NASA, JPL, and ISRO, who worked shoulder to shoulder to build the satellite at UR Rao Satellite Center over the past so many years. The NISAR mission has brought the two space agencies much closer than ever before, and the continuous interactions at various levels during the course of project execution has enriched both sides. On behalf of Department of Space and ISRO, let me thank the NASA JPL team and all other stakeholders in the project for their excellent contribution to the joint mission. Also congratulate them on the successful launch. We wish the scientific community from both sides the exciting days ahead. Let me also congratulate the ISRO teams from SAC, URSC, VSSC, IASU, IPRC, LPSC, ISTRAC, and all the teams involved in the payload development, satellite integration, realization of solid, liquid, and cryogenic stages, inertial systems, and the launch vehicle itself. Let me take the opportunity to congratulate the Chairman Launch Authorization Board, all the center directors who are with me. It's a teamwork done by ISRO along with the NASA. I express my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, who as the Minister of Space has provided outstanding, encouraging support for the entire project for its successful execution today. Also, let me thank Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, and the PMO officials. PMO officials were working hand in hand with the Department of Space, and all our family members, entire team members of ISRO, and the academia and industrial participants who have contributed for this. I think at this point of time, this success is demonstrating a teamwork, an international teamwork between two spacefaring nations, and surely this data is going to be highly useful for the scientific community of the globe. And when every 12 days when the data is going to come, it is not going to be used by 1 or 2 countries. The entire globe is going to benefit out of this great accomplishment. And at this point, once again, let me congratulate all the team members, our family members, industrial partners, academia team, and the NASA team for the outstanding work. At this point, before I hand over to my team, let me invite Cassie Swiles, Deputy Assistant Administrator at NASA, for expressing her thoughts on the journey so far in this joint outstanding mission. Madam, please, floor is yours. Yeah, please.
Well, I first have to start with go ISRO, go NASA, go NISAR. So I am honored to be here today in the ISRO Mission Control Center. It's just truly been an incredible visit so far, and I have to tell you, I had an opportunity. I'm sitting next to our charge. It's just an honor to have you here, so thank you, sir, for being here. The former ISRO chairman, I looked at him right after the launch, and I said, so how does it feel to not be on console? He said, well, it's a different seat, so it's good to not be in the hot seat. So I'm glad you got to watch the launch and enjoy it. But on behalf of NASA, I want to congratulate all of the teams. It has been just an incredible decade culminating in this moment, from the technical collaborations, the cultural understandings, getting to know each other, building that team across continents, across time zones, missing nights, missing weekends with families, holidays. It is truly something that every single person in this room should be proud of. I am so proud. I was so proud to be out there watching this launch. Dragonflies flying above, it just picture perfect, and I could not be more proud of these teams. You know, and this mission, it's truly a pathfinder, not just in regards to our technical collaborations, because those are truly incredible. This Earth Science mission is one of a kind and really shows the world what our two nations can do. But more so than that, it really is a pathfinder for the relationship building that we see across our two nations, you know, across India, the United States, building upon decades of collaborations that already existed. And I cannot be more proud to be here representing the U.S. and really representing the teams that have been working so closely behind the scenes to make this happen. I also want to thank, I saw, several family members, both, last night on the U.S. side. I saw several family members here. So I want to thank the families. It's no small sacrifice seeing your loved ones work day in and day out on a mission that takes over a decade to build. So thank you for your support of the incredible, technical, talented people in this room. And I really, really cannot wait for continued partnerships as we go forward, building on Chandrayaan, Axiom 4, and now NISAR. So thank you. Congratulations. Go NISAR. Go India. Go the United States.
So congratulations once again. Now, all the chief executives of the project and all the center directors of ISRO who are responsible are with me here. So let us start with Sri Thomas Kurian, who is the mission director and project director of GSLV for this vehicle. Yes, Mr. Thomas Kurian.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, India. Good evening, ISRO. Beloved Chairman ISRO and Secretary DOS, Dr. V. Narayanan, sir. Distinguished dignitaries, respected formal chairmen, center directors, the NASA JPL teams present here at Sriharikota, and those joining us online, the entire ISRO fraternity, and my dear fellow countrymen, a very good evening to all of you. Today, we witnessed a historic moment in India's space journey with the successful launch of GSLV F-16 NISAR mission, the 18th flight of GSLV, and for the first time, this vehicle has been operated for a sun-synchronous polar orbit mission. I am proud to announce that GSLV has delivered its best performance, ensuring precise injection of NISAR spacecraft into its designated injection orbit with remarkably low dispersion. This marks a significant milestone not just for ISRO, but also for international cooperation in space, particularly the partnership between ISRO and NASA. The success of this mission underscores our collective technical excellence, operational discipline, and collaborative spirit. I take this opportunity to extend my deepest gratitude to our respected chairman, Dr. V. Narayanan sir, for his continuous guidance, motivation, and confidence in our team. I sincerely acknowledge the support from ISRO center directors and the various review forums for their meticulous reviews, insightful recommendations, and timely decisions, all of which ensured the smooth execution of this specific mission. This success is the result of immense teamwork and commitment. I offer my heartfelt thanks to the system development agencies across ISRO centers, our industrial partners, the assembly integration, facility, quality control, quality assurance teams, and the administrative and auxiliary teams who work tirelessly behind the scenes. To all my esteemed colleagues and the families, a big thank you. This achievement belongs to each one of you. Our best wishes now go to NASA and ISRO teams for the next phases, culminating in the placement of the spacecraft in its final science orbit, where it will begin a mission that promises to bring game-changing data for Earth science and disaster monitoring. Before I conclude, I would like to place on record my sincere appreciation to Vehicle Director Dr. M.B. Dhanasekaran, Associate Vehicle Director Srimati Asha Mary Matthew, Associate Project Director Sri Binny Matthew, and Deputy Project Director Mission Srimati A.V. Mercy, and all my core team members from GSLV project. Your dedication, technical rigor, and mission focus have been the cornerstone of this major accomplishment. Let this day inspire future generations and reinforce our resolve to push boundaries and lead in global space exploration. Thank you. Jai Hind.
We will hear from Srimati Chaitra Rao, Project Director of NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite.
Namaskaram. Respected Chairman ISRO, all center directors, former Chairman ISRO, delegates from NASA and JPL. What a moment. I just can't speak words. It's an honor to be here today at this moment when NISAR has been precisely placed into the expected orbit. It's really a moment that we have all been waiting for so long. On behalf of entire NISAR team, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to GSLV F-16 team for giving us this milestone beginning in space. I'm happy to announce that the satellite is injected with benign rates of almost 0.2, 0.2, and 0.5 degree per second. Both the solar panels are deployed, and NISR will soon attain the required Earth-pointing attitude. NASA-ISRO collaboration mission has fructified into this scale of a space mission today, from a concept to reality, not just because of ISRO, but with a great team led by Mr. Phil Barella and his team from JPL NASA. They have been wonderful partners and a really team working together. We have all witnessed that have worked together for the past 1 decade. SR and LSAR shall come into life after 20 days in succession to deployment of 9-meter boom and a 12-meter reflector. So the SWEEP-SAR technique is going to image the entire Earth and give us 240 kilometers of data with high resolution, and has an enormous capacity to give the science fraternity a lot and lots of data. So we are awaiting the next phase of the mission is to get the science from NISAR. I would like to thank the entire project team, both from ISRO and NASA. I can see all of them here. A big, big round of applause to you all. All the centers and areas who have worked towards achieving this.
And now let's go to DD India's Jay Singh, who is stationed at Sriharikota. Jay, we saw the live visuals of the launch, the successful separation of the NISAR satellite from the GSLV. Well, it's a first-of-a-kind collaboration between NASA and ISRO. NISAR comes with pinpoint Earth observation capabilities. How revolutionary will this satellite be in Earth imaging?
A big thank you to us. Last but not the least, I thank all the families who have supported and filled.
Okay, seems like there is some audio problems connecting with Jay Singh. We'll come back to Jay Singh in just a while. What's happening is that India's ISRO and USS's NASA have jointly successfully launched NISAR Satellite, NISAR standing for NASA-ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. It's a joint mission of the two space agencies, but it will help the entire world in Earth imaging. It is an Earth, most expensive, mind you, most expensive Earth observing satellites to date, and it has entered the Sun synchronous polar orbit at 747 kilometer altitude, and the aperture radar, synthetic aperture radar, will bounce radar waves to the planet's surface and measure how long the signal takes to come back and how its phase changes. So that is the moment of 5:40 p.m. Indian Standard Time when NISAR was launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The NISAR satellite was aboard India's largest rocket, the GSLV Mark II. And exactly after 19 minutes, 5:59 p.m. Indian Standard Time, the launch was successful. Jay Singh, our correspondent, joins us from Sriharikota now. Jay, as we were telling our viewers, it's a first-of-a-kind collaboration between NASA and ISRO. How historic will this and how revolutionary will this satellite be in Earth imaging?
Well, but just under 19 minutes of the liftoff, the successful mission has been completed with the textbook precision. The rocket hit exactly the bullseye by placing the satellite, the NISAR, into a polar sun-synchronous transfer orbit. So this is this is an example of the collaboration between the ISRO scientists and their counterparts in NASA that have been going on for the last more than a decade. It was just at the conceptual stage in 2014. It has now come to the consummation, as now the satellite is into its transfer orbit, which will be taken to its final orbit in a day or two after deploying the solar panels and the 12-meter diameter radar, which is first of its kind. And the satellite has two dual frequency radars. One is S-band provided by ISRO, and the long bandwidth L-band by NASA. And even during the COVID-led lockdown, the scientists from both the countries were working hard and tirelessly by overcoming all the obstacles that have been faced by the scientists every now and then. This is one of the biggest mission in terms of civilian Earth observation mission. Even small changes, variations, subtle changes on the surface of the Earth up to a mark of 1 centimeter can be detected by using these powerful antennas. So this will help a long way in studying all the variations on the surface of the Earth, even subsurface regions like glacier changes, glacier level rise or depletion, any burst is going to happen, or any landslides. Even the possibilities of landslides can also be detected if the data that are going to be beamed will be studied properly.
Okay, indeed. It's one of its kind, most expensive till date. One looks forward to the images that will be sent by this satellite will help in predicting human and natural disasters. Thank you very much, Jai Singh, for reporting on the story from Sriharikota. It's a historic launch. Join in the festivities out there in Sriharikota. That's it in this broadcast. We'll keep getting you updates on NISAR or NISAR's launch from the Satish Dhawan Space Center. For now, it's a wrap on this broadcast. News and updates continue on DD India.